Welcome back, MTGO here. So we're continuing with standard 2020 decks, trying to pump out a bunch before Throne drops next week. So I'm basically at this point playing some shells that I'm interested in building upon with the new set. So one of the themes in the new set that seems to matter is kind of mill, but more so the opponent having 7 or more cards in their graveyard. So kind of reverse threshold. So because of that, there's a bunch of payoffs from doing so. I want to try to see playing around some mill decks and see what feels good, what doesn't. So I tried a blue-white version that just really sucked. So I am trying now a blue-green version, a Simic version, mainly for the fog effects. We lose to creatures, we don't lose against control. And the deck itself, the main thing that we're losing from current set is Psychic Corrosion. Whenever you draw a card, opponent puts 2 cards in their library. I like that a lot better than Drown Secrets. Drown Secrets is situational based on you casting a blue spell as opposed to just natural game actions of drawing cards. So for that reason, we're only playing 3. We have Wall of Lost Thoughts. It's an early blocker, helps our life total, mills them 4. Bonds of Flourishing gets us our land drops, gets us our permanents, and gains us some life. Root Snare is a fog effect along with Pause for Reflection, so we're playing 5 fog effects. We have Growth Spiral to get us ahead in card advantage and ramp. We have Mu Yanling, which is a way to slow down some of their attackers, kind of just distract them. That's what I'm trying to do with this deck while we mill them out. Ashiok's our main win way. 4 of these, if they all hit 4 times 5 activations, is a lot of cards. It's 80, so that's more than enough. Bonds of Insight, mills 4. We return 2 instants or sorceries from our graveyard to our hand. You do exile Bond of Insight. I thought you could loop them, but I didn't read that last line. So we can get back our fog effects, Growth Spiral, whatever we need. Jace is a way to continue milling, gives us card advantage. And then Tamiyo is a way for us to self-mill to find specific cards we need, but more often it's going to be to get back our fog effects or to rebuy our Ashioks. And then something I wanted to try with this deck is Flood of Tears. So what Flood of Tears is going to do is basically just like a River's Rebuke, Cyclonic Rift style, bounce everything back, reset, kind of slow them down tempo-wise. And if we have enough stuff out, which probably isn't the case, but we'll see how it is, we can get back our Ashioks and kind of reset them that way. It's just kind of to reset the board state and get if the opponent's gotten under us. Mana waste-wise, bunch of duels, playing a couple Thornwood Falls as life gain lands, 1 Blast Zone as a sweeper, and 2 Interplanar Beacons. We are playing 7, 8, 9, 10 Planeswalkers, so it's an incidental way to gain life, as well as fix our mana. So it's probably a pretty janky deck. I want to play it out, see how it goes. It's all fun at this point. My rank's gone to shit, so we're just playing Diamond at this point. So I'm going to be playing shorter games to get some more in. I still have the Bioessence Finale combo that I want to try out, and then an Is It Aggro deck. So I'm trying to get as many decks as I can out before Throne of Eldraine drops. The Abzan mid-range deck we played was actually felt really strong. It's a good shell, I think, for Garrick, especially with Murderous Rider, the new hero's downfall land. So I'm going to keep this hand. I usually want to keep hands with Drown Secrets on 2. I can go Ashiok next turn, the following turn, and then go from there. Probably just pass this away for now. So with Throne of Eldraine dropping, I will try to get the Thursday off of release on Arena to stream a bunch of games. Going to be playing as many new decks as possible, granted the cards we pull for availability wise. If you miss any of the live streams, everything will be up on my YouTube channel. And then just a quick announcement, because there is a new set coming out. If you are going to be purchasing any cards and are considering doing so from TCG Player, if you can, I do have an affiliate link in the video description down below. Same way you purchase cards normally, but it just lets them know that I sent you there, and it helps support the channel for free. So this is Esper. Ooh, getting Liliana is actually good, because they might not have another win condition if this is... So this matchup's probably not too bad. These Root Snares aren't going to be as good. Okay, so they Othakaya here. So I'm gonna go Bonds of Insight here. We'll mill our opponent. Okay, we got a Growth Spiral and a Pause for Reflection. Pause likely isn't relevant here. I'm playing Unmoored Ego. Alright, anyways, we'll mill them, exile their graveyard here. Get rid of Command and the Bell Hunt. So next turn I could do Temple of Mystery, Bonds of Flourishing. Probably go Bonds first. Or Mystery, Bonds, and then Growth Spiral.
I am not going to sit this one out. That's more like it.
So they bounce the Othakaya. I don't really care about that. Them not bouncing this is a pretty good tempo play for us. So let's see what we got on top. Because we have that, I'm gonna Growth Spiral first. They kept it on top, so we'll mill. Just put it into play tapped. We'll Bonds of Flourishing. Just gonna get the Wall of Lost Thoughts for next turn and mills them 4 more. Also put some lands at the bottom. Hey Quantum. They're at 29 cards in their library. These aren't really going to do much in this matchup, especially with the Teferi out.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
We also don't deal well with Resolve Planeswalkers. So Wall of Lost Thoughts with Drown Secrets mills 6 more. We go Oath. Ooh, Jace is good. So let's Jace. Gain a life. We mill here. Getting rid of another Othakaya is nice.
I've got them all figured out.
Mill them too.
How you play the hand you're dealt.
Gets us another land. And mill some 6. Sweet. Hit another Bell Haunt. They usually only play 2 Bell Haunts main. And then a Liliana as their win condition. And we already hit the Command the Dread Horde as well. Hit Command over here. So we hit Liliana and they had the Command here. They might have Bolus's Citadel, but I'm not sure how much that does here. 18 cards.
Curiosity and wonder.
Ugin probably takes out Jace here, is my guess.
This isn't over until we figure out a solution.
So Tamiyo for Ashiok would be good.
Don't worry, I got this.
Instead, we just draw more lands. So this is where Drown Secret's worse than Pause for Reflection, because we're not actually advancing our board state at all. Ugin does speed up their clock a bit though, and they're incentivized to not bounce Wall of Lost Thoughts. Okay, they could do Citadel. Unfortunate thing is with Teferi, I can't play any of these fog effects. Actually, Flood of Tears would be good. We have a few good draws in the deck right now. So Tamiyo mills 2, Ashiok mills 2, and then 4. So that would be 8 cards there. They can start bouncing this and then hitting us there. They get 10 permanents. They could sack the Bolus's Citadel. Instead we draw an island. None of which does anything. So might want some Chemister's Insights in the deck. Drop the Pause for Reflection for an Insight. If it wasn't for the Ugin. They're diversifying their threats, I'll give them that.
Here we go.
At this point, I don't think that's right, because if we draw another Drowned Secrets, they trigger off each other. But like, if you just bounce Othakaya, you recast it, you can get rid of this blocker. 12 cards.
Lies beyond vision.
They have Othakaya, they have it. Want them to waste as many turns as possible. Thing is, Ugin expedites their clock quite a bit. Tef.
Let's slow this
Tef,
down.
Othakaya.
I've got it.
Do need to be mindful. Like, every card draw they take. Bonds of Flourishing would be nice. Oh, they went face with that. Okay, let's go this. Let's go this. Alright, 9 cards. Hey, we got bonds. That's sweet. So we mill them. So we should be able to take it from here. Gonna take Flooded Tears. And probably the Bonds of Flourishing. Yeah, probably the Bonds of Flourishing. It digs us deeper. And then it resets their board. Opponent's at 3 cards. So it's unlikely they beat us in 3 turns. Actually, I just Flooded Tears and then Wall of Lost Thoughts them. And then that's it. Got him! So it's the matchup we wanted to play. Slow Control. So the one thing with the new set though, so Ashiok does a great job of milling, but he or she, I forget its gender, it exiles, so it's not as useful with the 7 cards in the library, but I think if you're going to go dedicated mill, then it's probably the case. This is a hand we keep. Growth Spiral to get ahead on lands, Bonds of Flourishing. Excuse me. Been battling a cold. I Thought it was a he, but then when you hear it's like voice animations, it's just like the most raspy thing ever. You can get ahead on lands, it's more card draw. No, I think we need action. So this is an instance where we don't have an early mill play. I'm gonna growth spiral this turn. Because then next turn I can double spell, hopefully. I got War Boss. So this will be a good test. To see if we can outmuster an aggro deck. So let's get both of these down. Hit Aurelia. Ah, thanks for the clarification. We hit 2 Aurelias, which is nice. And a Gideon. That is a little annoying. It makes our mill costs, or fogs cost more. So we're gonna try to hit a land here. Ooh, Bonds of Insight. Okay, so let's go Flourishing. Do we just go Drown Secrets here? Or do we take the land? How many cards do they have? 43. You don't really have blue spells. So I think we just take the damage this turn. And then, yeah, because we're getting the 6 life, we can get back both of these. Or we'll just... yeah, let's do this. Take Tamiyo here. Tamiyo can start getting that going. So if I draw another land, I can put... Hey, Fermented Pickles, how's it going? So that's a lot of damage coming in. So Blood of Tears would be pretty good to just kind of reset things. Okay, so we have Growth Spiral. So I'm gonna Growth Spiral here. Gets us the land. Just pass the turn. I'm gonna Root Snare. This Tide Taker's actually doing some work against us. 41 cards. Doesn't really matter here, let's just tap out our mana. So I think we Tamiyo. Oh, we got a Frenzy. Okay, so we can Wall of Lost Thoughts. So let's see. That leaves us 1 short. We can Tamiyo, but we don't have enough. So all I can do is Wall of Lost Thoughts this turn. We need the Fog effect. $36. This is just combat damage, so it doesn't matter. We played Black-White Midrange yesterday, and we played an Abzan like mid-range list kind of control earlier today. That video will be up, so if you check Twitch replays, it's there. Otherwise on YouTube, it'll be up tomorrow morning. I'm just trying to get through a couple different decks before we wrap this up. Like before Throne of Eldraine comes out. They are going off. But we have a fog. So the one downside of Simic is no board wipe. So we are dead regardless.
I would like to test a new hypothesis with you.
We did. Yeah, but then we get to move into a new space of no rotation proof. It is rotation, so then we get to build actual fun decks. So that Tithe Taker ended up being what did us in that game. Having to pay that 1 extra mana for the fog effects, we weren't really able to get the Tamiyo loop down. I also really want to go back to playing best of 3. I'm going to put Bonds of Insight back right now. I don't enjoy best of 1. So I'm going to go Wall of Lost Thoughts against a red base deck. Druid. Okay, so they have Ceratops, which is kind of scary. Dreadhorde Arcanist. So I'm going to try to set up a land on top. Pass the turn. We have Bonds of Flourishing. Ashiok can get rid of like whatever burn spells. Yeah, Pickle, it doesn't make sense to craft right now. Like all the decks I'm playing, the only thing I did craft was a second Cavalier. I think those will be the Black Cavalier. I think it'll be good post rotation. It being a knight. Okay, so I got 5. We'll block 1 here. The fact we didn't hit a land there sucks. I'm gonna Flourishing here because I want to hit something for. So we'll pass the turn. Yeah, all the Cavaliers are knights, so it has that synergy. Plus, I think the Black Cavalier, since black-white is the main colors of knights, in that Abzan mid-range list, it was actually pretty sweet. Sure. I want to cast it. I guess fighting is not combat damage. The more you know. So it turns out our deck's not that good
I follow the tracks of the wise
against creature-based decks. I'm gonna try a revision of this deck if you go Bant. Or I'll play the blue-white version after this that I was playing.
You must be mad to tussle with me.
Not necessarily videos on how to optimize. I'd say always re-roll your dailies to try to get 750s. Do your weeklies to try to get those coins. If you're playing on like a daily basis, the Mastery Pass is actually not bad. It's like 20 USD, but I pretty much got it all back and you get all the bonus cards and packs. And then just try to stick to like one tier 1 deck first and then go from there. So So I'm just gonna get Ashiok Mill going, and then we have the fog.
I leave.
I'll be back after I make my words.
I've lost my appetite.
Draft really depends on the set. I hated M20 draft, but I really liked the Ravnica drafts, and I was pretty good at them, so it was easy to usually come close to breaking even. Usually, like, I'll play 1 to 2 tier decks. For the channel, I spend a little bit more just to get a bunch of variety on. But even that, each release I buy the $50 bundle, and then it's just free packs and wild cards. This can deal damage.
I bow to no one.
Well, that's relevant. So let's see what we get. No good enough. No good enough. Alright, I'll show you the blue-white version I was playing. This way you get a feel. Come on, let me choose my deck. Where are you? Where are you? Blue-white mill. Alright, so what... Yeah, just spend it on Throne. That's what I'm doing. As you can tell by my 30,000 gold and a bunch of gems, I haven't touched any spending in like weeks. So this is a blue-white version. Most notably, we get 4 time wipes, and we get Prison Realm versus Planeswalkers. Deputy of Detention is a way to deal with like tokens and go wide. Sky Tethers just to slow down like fatties. We still have Jace, Bond, Narset's card advantage. Teferi's in here as well, so we can go from there. I might actually get rid of the Narsets and the deputies, and let's go, what's the dude's name? The gain 3 draw card, Elite Guard Mage. We need life gain. Alright. Let's mill them out part 2. There's a lot of... The set seems really good Throne, so I'd spend cards there. Thanks, Pickles. Have a good night. So we'll run this one. There's a lot of better mill options come the new set. There's the 1 mana mill 2. Probably keep this hand. Sky Tether can deal with an early threat. Hello. There's no like good luck option, so we gotta do good game. Alright, let's see what the opponent's on. Some sort of reanimator possibly. So we got Tef. So I'm just going to slow him down here. The 3 damage is actually reasonable considering we don't have a board wipe. And I don't particularly want to bounce it with Teferi. If this is a self-mill deck, then Ashiok will do a nice job. Actually, it's actually pretty funny if they're purposefully milling. In retrospect, I should have just kept it and bounced. It's fine. We can Tef here. And bounce. Screw that up. Should have played Beacon. Would have gained a life there.
This isn't a fight you can win. I'll protect you.
Okay, so Elite Guard Mage will gain us some life. We'll also play this now, and we play the Guard Mage. Ooh, they're going to face. Nope.
This is hardly my worst
They
defeat.
correctly respect the Guard Mage. So, Spawn of Mayhem's actually terrifying, so we're gonna do this. Bonds of Insight. We don't really have anything in our graveyard, so... What are you doing, Arena? Just bin that. This hand's not really going anywhere, and this is one of the issues I had with this blue-white version. Like, they got creatures down, and now we have an issue. We can't one-for-one them without one of our 4 sweepers. And we're not getting ahead on mana. Okay, so guard mages are just going to be serving as blockers here. Yeah, the client's not doing anyone favors. That's annoying. They'll get the pump in here. It's actually pretty cool. The sleeves animate. She gets angry. And the spawn. Okay, so we probably do Drown Secrets. Try and dig for a sweeper here.
I can no longer stand by and watch. There goes nothing.
Hey, that's what we wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, they go face. So they go another knight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I've got time.
So we'll do this at instant speed. "41 cards in library." We're hitting all these shifting Ceratops. Spawn and Mayhem might see more play come the new standard. So Bond gets us back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bond gets us back the Time Wipe, which is nice. Oh no, I milled the wrong... Ah, those... fucked up. Messed up. Meant to mill them. We hit Jace. Get Time Wipe back.
This might be a bad idea.
See if they go after Teferi here. We will take the block. I'm not interested in... The problem is this deals 1 damage each turn, which I'm not a fan of. Okay, so you tap. These beacons always tap so oddly. No, no, undo, undo. Gain some life. Mill them. Gain 2. It might be stabilizing.
My victory was but a dream.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Just pass the turn. They do get the damage in. Then if you have 10 or less life. I'm just gonna 1-for-1 them here. So here, I'm gonna bounce you.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
We're gonna prison realm that guy. We might be stabilizing. Don't want lands at this point, we just want action. So wall's a faster clock. Hey Ekis Math, how's it going? We switched from the Simic version to the Azorius version. It's actually, like, spawn's quite relevant because it pings damage. Like, the Sky Tether in normal cases would be fine. Like, I don't really care about this at this point. They're at 12 cards. So plus here.
That's more like it.
Play out the Guard Mage. Gains us some life. Ooh, that's good for next turn. Yeah. Got him. Alright, so that's about 40 minutes a mill. Played both variations of the deck. I'm gonna wrap this one up. Gonna go eat some pizza. Thanks for tuning in for those who stopped by live. If you missed any part of it, I'll have this up on YouTube in the next couple days, but there's a bunch of videos that I filmed today and yesterday that will all be up, doing 2 vids a day for the next couple days while we get through everything. Hopefully tomorrow, if not the day after, I have this Bioessence combo deck. Basically, a bunch of Planeswalkers, Bioessence Hydra comes in really big, you generate a bunch of mana, finale for it, kill them in one shot. So it's just like a Ramp Hydra kind of deck. So there's that one that's coming up. And if I can get it to work properly, an Is It aggro deck. Base red with some blue elements, Pteramander and summon Lightning Stormkin, Kefnet, Ral's Outburst. It's kind of a mashup. So gonna play out both of those on the next set of streams. But thanks for everyone who tuned in. Enjoy the rest of your evening or day, depending on the region. And have a good one. Thanks for watching.